U.S. President Donald Trump has issued an 8-point non-tariff cheating warning to countries. This comes after a 90-day pause on tariffs on all countries, as China and U.S. escalate a tariff war. He listed alleged practices of global trade partners that seek to destroy their relations with America. Trump said currency manipulation constitutes as non-tariff cheating. VATs, which act as tariffs and export subsidies, also classify as non-tariff cheating, Trump said. As his third point, Trump said dumping below cost is a non-tariff cheating measure allies apply on the U.S. Export subsidies and other government subsidies also classify as non-tariff cheating. Protective agricultural standards like no genetically engineered corn in EU also classify as non-tariff cheating, the U.S. president stated. Protective technical standards, implemented in Japan through its bowling ball test, is another non-tariff cheating example Trump cited. Counterfeiting, piracy, and IP theft, which costs the U.S. over $1 trillion a year, is another example of non-tariff cheating. Trans-shipping to evade tariffs was another point he highlighted in his Truth Social post. Trump's Truth Social warning post comes as U.S.-China trade negotiations hang in the balance. The U.S. president remains optimistic that a tariff deal would be struck soon and has repeatedly insisted that talks are ongoing with China behind the scenes. Despite supposedly affirming Beijing has reached out a number of times, he kept mum when asked if he'd directly been in contact with Chinese President Xi Jinping. These non-tariff offenses that Donald Trump envisions as imbalances in trade relations and believes could destroy international partners' ties with the U.S. comes after the 90-day tariff pause announcement, excluding China. The sixth mention in the 8-point list, citing Japan's bowling ball test, comes as Trump revisits an accusation he leveled against Japan in 2018. It's the bowling ball test. They take a bowling ball from 20 feet up in the air and drop it on the hood of the car. If the hood dents, the car doesn't qualify. It's horrible. U.S. President Donald Trump, according to the Washington Post and CNN, Trump sought to accuse Japan of using the so-called test to unfairly block American vehicle imports. Then White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders eventually said that Trump was only joking. The president's rhetoric on unfair trade practices is nothing novel. Even back then, Sanders asserted that Trump has been talking about it for decades, adding, part of the reason he was elected was to end unfair trade practices and push for free, fair, and reciprocal trade so American goods can compete in more foreign markets.